Hey folks, just a quick video to let my subscribers know I'm still around. I've had a lot of ideas for videos, I just haven't had the will to go through the motions. I've also discovered that pretty much any time I have a really good idea for a video or a response to someone else's video, if I look around or wait a couple of days, somebody else will come along and do it better than I could possibly have done it. So that's sort of a disincentive. Maybe YouTube's just getting to be overcrowded. Only thing on my mind that I might want to talk about for this video is the idea of Obamacare. I hate that word. And I'm not going to get into any details about healthcare reform and the whole issue per se, because again, if you look around YouTube, you're going to find several people who will say pretty much what I would say and better than I would say it. The only thing I want to talk about is just the fact that there is no such thing as Obamacare, and it's kind of upsetting that even the mainstream media is starting to use that term. Obama has never had a healthcare plan. Not when he was running for the office of president, and not now. All he's done is say, we need to reform healthcare in this country. You guys do it. So there is no Obama healthcare plan, and that's one of the reasons I didn't vote for the guy. He has suggested that if he had his druthers, he'd go with a single payer system, which shows that he's an intelligent human being, but not intelligent enough to try to get what he believes in. So I'm frustrated by the whole thing. I don't know. I mean, it seems obvious to me that if you want a loaf and you're willing to settle for a half a loaf, you start out by asking for the loaf and then work your way up to a compromise where you get your half a loaf. And he decided that it would be more efficient to start out asking for a half a loaf, and thought he was going to get it, or what? I don't know. I'm baffled and frustrated. Anyway, that's my whole point though, is there is no Obama healthcare plan. There never has been an Obama healthcare plan. So I don't see any point in calling it Obamacare. I don't see any point in the Rush Limbaugh's talking about what Obama wants to do when Obama doesn't have a whole lot to do with it. He shoved the whole responsibility off on the Congress and told them to get it done. Anyway, that's it. Let's just briefly give you a couple of personal notes, and then I'll end this video. I don't know how well that can be seen. Looks a lot better than it did. $10,000 so far, about half done, which means it's going to be more than I expected. I've stopped work on it this year. I'm talking about my teeth in case you didn't know that. Because at this point, anything more that I spend that would be a tax deduction would be a waste, because I'm already not going to pay any taxes. So there's no point in making tax deductible expenditures at this point, since it would be a waste. So I'm going to pick it up again next year. I also, in June, I had to, well, I didn't have to, but I did buy a new car. I'm really pleased with it. I had a big repair in front of me. Steering was not in good shape on the thing. Yeah, I just decided to throw in the towel at this point. Even if I continued to repair the thing and keep it in working order, I'd always, if I wanted to take a long trip, I'd be concerned about being hundreds of miles away and having the thing break down suddenly. And that's always a bad thing when it happens, and I have had it happen. It's not pleasant to be stuck hundreds of miles from home with a car that needs repairing. Obviously this is before cash for clunkers, and cash for clunkers wouldn't have helped me anyway because the car I was getting about 20 miles per gallon. The car I had was getting about 20 miles per gallon. Did I say it right the first time? I don't remember. Anyway, cash for clunkers wouldn't have done me any good, and I'm not sure it's doing anybody any good, because I've noticed that the deals like the one I got are not out there anymore now that cash for clunkers is here. I think the really steep discounts are gone because the government has taken over that part of the equation, as it were, and now the dealers can keep the higher prices and still make the sale because of the government incentive that's being offered. And in the end, the consumer doesn't really benefit. It's the dealer who benefits. At least that's what I think I'm saying. I haven't studied the problem under a microscope, and I don't have access to a whole lot of statistical data on the matter, but that's what I think I'm saying. So anyway, yeah, I had big outlays in the past couple months, but I've made it all back, so I'm pretty much where I started. That's about all I have to talk about. The Renaissance Festival's coming up again. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. I'm going to try to, I think. Probably toward the end of this month or beginning of next month. No idea when or what my next video will be, but eventually there will be one, so I will see you then. Take care.